What's up, everybody? Hope everyone can hear me. Give me 1 second here. I got to figure out how this works. Got to do something here. Hope all is well. There we go. Maybe that's it. No, that's not it. I got to try to connect my special guest, and I've never done this before, so bear with me. It'll be worth the wait. Hold up here. Engage with your audience. Oh, that's cool. How the hell do I do this? Share screen. What's up, everybody? Just give me a minute here. I'm trying to figure this out. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Hold up. Let me text the guy. Anyways, hope all is well. Got a lot to cover tonight. Have about an hour and 15 minutes before I gotta go downstairs and hang out with the family and do all that stuff. We promised the kid what's it called? I moved my screen over here. We promised our son a little sleepover tonight, and I kind of double booked the live stream with the sleepover, but that's okay, right? What's up, CP Coaster Lover? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Brandon? How's it going? Yeah, I guess Coaster Studios is live streaming as well. That's cool. Let's see here. What's going on, Chris? And Fun with Adventures with Alan Green. How's it going? GRL Power Coasters. What's going on? Sleepover live stream. Yeah, I wish, right? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Anyways, I have a special guest. I hopefully have a special guest. I don't know how to add that person to this live stream. So bear with me here. Hope everyone is doing okay. Coaster Shock. I mean, it's cool. If you want to go watch them, that's fine. I guarantee I'm not going to shed a tear over that. What's up, Airtime Mike? How's your Thanksgiving, brother? Hope all is well. And hope you're enjoying King's Dominion. At least you can ride, what's it called? Twisted Timbers and Dominator right now. That's still better than nothing. Carowinds was crazy yesterday. It was absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Aaron, hope you're well. Sorry I didn't respond to your comment earlier. I've been battling the cold for like the last, week and a half. It's been ridiculous. I've been off and on. Like my voice hasn't been there right now. It sounds pretty good, but it's been a lot of tissues type of week here. So anyways, we're waiting on this guy. He's slow. So my son's going to come on in a little bit to say hi as well. But let's get into it and then go from there. Thank you. I had a great Thanksgiving. How was everyone's Thanksgiving, by the way? I hope everyone is doing pretty good and ate enough food. I just had leftovers today, so I'm feeling really good right about now. I love me some pumpkin pie. And yeah, it was good times. Nathan, why'd I change it back to theme park predictions? Because I went to Cedar Point and had I think Matt said 25 people said, hey, it's theme park predictions. And 2 said keep riding coasters. And it just sounded different. It doesn't roll off the top of the tongue. And so I wanted to I felt the need to go back, and I'm glad I'm back. And plus, really, the content never changed, but have some exciting things to do. Surveillance. How is Carowinds Winterfest? It's packed. If anyone's going to Carowinds Winterfest here, or even King's Dominion, or any Winterfest event, please, for the love of God, get there early. I don't understand what people do. They get there at 7 o'clock at night, and then all of a sudden they expect it to not be busy. We left at 7:45 last night, and there was still a 10-minute line to get into the park, by the ticket booths. Those are absolutely insane. I can't understand it. Get there early, 5 o'clock even. It's just that people expect to do everything, but you're not going to because the shows fill up fast and you have all the other stuff. It's just absolutely insane. So, anyways, Kings Island Winterfest was packed as well. Yeah, Case Family Vlogs. How was it? How was the line for Mystic Timbers? Because I still feel like Kings Island should be able to have a little bit more rides open, just due to the nature of the rides they have at the park. I mean, I would at least would assume that you can operate. I mean, even the Bat. The Bat's not going to valley. Adventure Express most likely won't valley. Like, I'm just kind of shocked that all you have is Diamond or Mystic Timbers and Flight of Fear. I mean, Backlot Stunt Coaster would be a good ride to have open for that event, in my opinion. All right, we're going to get to this real fast here. I'm still waiting. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get this guy on here for this special guest. That's why. Never mind. No special guest. It has to be on the phone. I don't do it on the phone because I can't. My eyes are so. It's too hard to see it on the phone. So that is why, unfortunately. But the good news is I tried to do a special guest, but I guess him and I have to get together in person to do the what's it called, the live stream from the bottom. All right. So, anyways, let's get into this. The special guest was going to be from Joe from East Coasters. He just texted me like 30 minutes ago. Hey, you're going live. I'm going to watch. If you want me to jump in, I'll be happy to. I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. Why not? But I didn't realize you can only do it through what's it called, your phone, not the actual desktop. And yeah, so I think that's unfortunate. So, oh well. Anyways, this whole live stream is going to be about talking coasters like we normally do, as well as I want you guys to ask me questions like, hey, what's your predictions for this park or that park? And I'll try to answer as many as I can. And then on top of that, we will go through and what's it called? Just, have our good normal conversation and have some fun with it all. And I want to know how everyone's doing. But first and foremost, please give the video a like. There's 5 likes right now. I know we can do better than that. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, for Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, I heard that project has now been shifted, possibly. Like, it was 100%, I mean, 95% RMC hybrid. That was all the rumors that I've heard from very, very, very trustworthy people. And now it appears that Busch Gardens Williamsburg is shifting their samples for the soils to basically a soil sample for a different coaster or a different project. So I don't know. And it's weird because SeaWorld is kind of dropping down a little bit in terms of not investing in major coasters over the last, obviously 2023. So I don't know. It's very interesting to see what happens come next year because, again, that's what was rumored and everything else. So it's unfortunate, but in the end of it, it is what it is. Just try to look for something real fast here. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. What's going on, Raymond? How you doing, my friend? Hope everyone's doing well on your end. Yeah, East Coasters, Joe. Yeah. You're a jerk. Coach Scorpion, hope you're well. And by the way, anyone who's interested in being like the highlighted people here on the chat, the green text, that's memberships. I do offer memberships if you wanted. You get some members only live streams, members only videos, members only polls, and discounts to merch and stuff like that. Try to make it fun. If you guys wanted to, it's only like it starts at like $1.99 a month. YouTube's really pushing it for creators to do it. I'll put the link here if anyone is interested. You just follow that link, it'll take you there. I really do appreciate everyone who signed up. YouTube, like between me and whoever's watching, like YouTube gave basically not every creator, but select creators, I guess, a $500 bonus to open up memberships. So I'm like, well, that's $500. And I've always been told by a few people that I'm very close with, like Matt and my friends, other friends I talk to very consistently at the channel, like, you need memberships. Everyone's doing it. You need to do it. I'm like, I don't want to, but I'm going to do it. So I might as well try it. So, but yeah. So anyways, I appreciate anyone who is interested in the memberships. And then there's different tiers and all that fun stuff. So something new I'm working on, and excited for that aspect of it. Another version of Carnan coming to a Skyline Park. Are you sure this is true? I never heard of that, honestly. Never heard of that. Yeah, that coaster wheel in the back, I should probably move it so everyone can see it. This guy here, he's great. I got him when I was working up at Six Flags New England. And look what he says on him. Look at that. Intamin. Anyone guess why I just gave it away? You see the red paint? That's from Superman, Ride of Steel. Six Flags New England. I've had this since 2007. So, yeah, this is I love this thing. All right. Anyways, let's see here. Do you think Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift will be better than Velocicoaster? At this point, no. Like, the layout looks good. I just like Velocicoaster. That looks so really. I just like how compact the layout is, the Mosasaurus roll. But until we start seeing this coaster get constructed, then it's going to be interesting. So, I have never been to IAAPA. My wife said I should probably go next year. So yeah, I might go. We'll see. I'm not really like, I don't know. That'll be fun to go to, but like, everyone else goes there, and there's always drama, it appears, that goes there. And I'm like, I just stay away from that stuff. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. All right, let's go. What's going on, Coaster Dad? Hope you're well. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, I'm not feeling 100%. Just in the mornings and at night, I feel like complete ASS. Hacking up stuff, all the good times, going through a million tissues. But I feel fine during the day. I just hung up Christmas lights on our roof and everything else, and that was pretty crazy. I have another special guest. You come say hi. I don't have a chair for you, so you can stand up. Well, that chair's too small. Where is Tenerife? Where's that at? Sorry, I totally pronounced it wrong, I imagine. You sit on my lap. Sit on my lap. Okay. All right. Say hi to everybody.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Merry Christmas.
That's close, though. That's close. All right. Let's answer some questions, Mason. How about that? See, look, they're all saying hi, Mason. Hi, Mason. Hi, Mason.
Can't read yet.
Oh, beautiful.
What?
They're from a really cool spot. I would like to go there one day. All right.
That's a Dollywood ride, right?
That's actually Twisted Timbers.
Oh,
that's
really?
My friend Kosher Scorpion. Say hi to Sarah. The Chris from Carowinds last night. He's there. Say hi to Chris.
Chris.
Greetings from Ohio. Hey, Patrick D. What part of Ohio? Brad, has Mason Road Hagrid's at Iowa yet? No, I believe. What's Hagrid's height requirement here? Does anyone know? Is it 48? Let's look. Actually, you guys will know. I'm not going to look. What's Hagrid's height requirement? Anyone know? And someone said they'll give me $2,000 for my wheel. Make it $3,000. We have a deal.
You showed them the wheel?
Yeah, the roller coaster wheel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I showed them it?
I already showed him to.
Oh, what, you did?
I did, yep. All right, answer some questions here. Mason just had ice cream, so he's all happy right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Ever rode Karn in the Hansa Park? No, I have not. It looks
Huh?
fantastic, and I really, really want to ride it. That park is so cool. I actually am talking about them in an upcoming video I'm doing, and like they just go all out on theming, and their coasters are like all really just insane looking. So that's probably a top 5. And that's another video I'm working on is bucket list parks. That's definitely a bucket list park, is that it just looks fantastic. Mystic Line was all the way to Planet Snoopy before it opened. I'm telling you, Cedar Fair's got to do something because these events just get too popular. Because you have Kings Island and Carowinds, I know for a fact, are just absolutely slammed to the point where it was just insane. And so it's crazy because you have to either up the price of admission or open up more attractions for people to go to. All right, you guys, this is the point of this video is to talk coasters, obviously, but ask me questions about your favorite park, and I'll share some predictions with you or what I think would make sense off the top of my head, and we'll just have some fun with it. Flight of Fear is running one train. Is that just for like right now? Is it a mechanical reason, or is it just that's ridiculous? West of Cincinnati, what's going on? Sorry about your Ohio State Buckeyes losing. What new 2023 ride opens first, and what one opens late? United States, or will there be a video to look forward to? Which one opens first? Like, that's tough because it all depends. If the Florida parks get their stuff together quickly, then potentially one of theirs. But out of the ones at the top of my head, I can see. No, we don't really have to. I can see Top Thrill 2 has a chance at potentially.
That's 2.
Yeah, but it doesn't look good on the camera, buddy. See, watch. See, it won't even work. It's not working. All right, I see Top Thrill 2. I really feel like it was delayed at first, or potentially delayed, but they've really made up a lot of time. So this thing's gonna be testing, I would say, before Christmas. Because January and February are like the worst months up there, usually for winter wise. So I would imagine this thing would be hopefully testing before January, and then basically work on the smaller
February.
stuff. And go to February's next. We're doing the smaller stuff in January, February, like the Q line and the station stuff, and then come March, all systems go. Well, Mason ride Top Thrill 2. He's not tall. What do you do, buddy?
I was drinking it.
I know, but you just dripped all over the desk.
He's
He's not tall enough, so he's 45.5 inches. So hopefully next year, like a year from now, this time, he might be 48. That'll be
48?
really 48 inches. So you can ride like Gold Rusher at Carowinds and a few other stuff. All right, I gotta answer some more questions here. What do you think is going to be the next edition of Fun Spot Atlanta? Also, feel better. Thank you very much. Fun Spot Atlanta, I think that they will be getting a new coaster in the next 3 years, and I think it's going to be more of a family-style coaster. I honestly think a Wild Moose makes perfect sense there, but I definitely feel like they're getting a new coaster. I think Fun Spot Orlando will get a single rail first, and then Fun Spot Atlanta will get something. Let's see here. SeaWorld Orlando 2025, Intamin, Hypersphere, or Flying Theater. One of the. I mean, I would love to have either one. What missing?
I'm gonna go change.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Go change. Okay.
I'll put on a roller coaster shirt.
Oh, you do that. Anyways, I definitely feel like SeaWorld Orlando could benefit greatly from a dark ride of any kind. So I think that would be really, really cool if that would work out, but we will see. Do you feel like Carowinds will be getting more love with this merger, having their headquarters in the Carolinas? I don't know. East Coaster Joe. Yeah, he was supposed to be on tonight's live stream, but it doesn't work on desktop apparently. So unfortunately, he's not on, but he's in the messages. Do I feel like it? Yeah, I think so. But then again, Cedar Fair's headquarters is down here, and they've had a crap year, so doesn't matter. I don't know. And look at Six Flags Over Texas. They're not the best performing park by all means, and the best Ram park, and that's where Six Flags headquarters is. So I'm hopeful. Do I think it's going to matter? Hopefully not. Hopefully it does. What is your favorite part on Carnan? I've never been on it before. I would have to say that twisted first drop looks legit. Favorite mock product? I would have to say the Hypercoaster, followed by the Extreme Spinner. I love the Extreme Spinner. Who gets a new coaster first? Great Adventure or Hershey Park? Like going forward, obviously, Great Adventure is getting flashed this year. I would say Hershey. Well, no, actually, I take that back. I think Great Adventure, if all things are going well with this merger and there's already contracts in place for the coasters for 2025, I think Great Adventure has a shot at it. I really hope Kings Island's getting a coaster next year as well. I don't know who the manufacturer would be, but it could very well be Zamperla because it is what it is, or Vekoma. Oh, that's a great shirt. Close it up. You don't like this shirt. I'm jealous. This little kid here got this shirt. I'm jealous. Like, oh, my back hurts so bad. Anyone know what coaster this is?
I could still not.
My friend went out to Spain at Port Aventura and got him. He texted me, my buddy Alex, and said, "Hey, does Mason want a shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." When do I think Valley Fair will get their next coaster? I think 2025 is a legit shot. Again, everything is weird with this merger. So if the merger goes through, I still think 2025 editions will not be affected by it. And I think that they have a really good shot at 2025 for their next coaster. Let's see. What do you think will open up in Australia that hasn't already been announced? Australia is a very interesting country or continent because it's so don't blow. Just a cool. I would love to visit Australia, even though they have crazy big spiders, and I don't do that. But they have a little coaster.
My daddy doesn't like spiders. I don't know why.
Like
if it's a tarantula.
Yeah, they have SeaWorld, they have Movie World, and then Dream World, and then you have the one in Sydney, the downtown Luna Park. So I could see Dream World getting the coaster next because you just had Movie World getting, I think, the 3 Vekoma family coasters that look really cool opening, I think, this coming year. So we'll see. Do I think Kings Island can get an Intamin now with the merger? Potentially. I mean, they might be able to. I think it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to really be what's it called? I think it's going to depend on how the Goliath or the unnamed Intamin coaster is going to be over Georgia.
I'll be right back. I'm
Okay, he's going to draw some. Do we think we will ever see new train rides installed at any parks which do not have them? Unfortunately, I don't think so. Not big time train rides. I wish. I think every park should have a sky tower, should have a sky ride as well as a train. It should be a mandatory. I have no idea why Carowinds and King's Dominion get rid of their train rides. I mean, just imagine. Hey, T.Y. Neal, thank you for being a member, my friend. I really do appreciate you. Mystic runs better in the cold. Yes, Mystic's great. Mystic is fantastic. Hopefully they're running 2 trains or 3. You got to clean up that mess, kid. You have too much. Give me anxiety over there. Do you think Kings Island could get? There's a lot of. Oh, we already got that question. All right, sorry. Let's go. What do I think Busch Gardens, Williamsburg's next coaster is going to be? I kind of answered that earlier in the video. All signs were pointing to an RMC hybrid, but unfortunately, that might be on the table now or off the table now. So we'll see. It could be something smaller. Hopefully not, but again, we will see. Keep the questions going. I appreciate it. Hot take, screen-based crap is holding the Universal Resort in Florida back hardcore. I mean, really, I could see yes, and I would agree to that like 5 years ago, but Universal's really done away with a lot of the screened attractions. and they're doing more non-screens, which is great. So I think that they've finally figured out that enough's enough, and now they're doing different stuff. So I'm cool with that. Do I think we'll see any more coasters like Wonder Mountain's Guardian and Primordial? If so, where? I don't know. Like Wonder Woman didn't, or not. Sorry, not Wonder Woman, but Wonder Mountain did not really do a whole lot for Canada's Wonderland. Yes.
I'm gonna draw Big Bear Mountain.
You're drawing Big Bear Mountain? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't have another page. I don't have another white paper.
Oh, that's usually the one you have. So I don't know. Like I almost wish like Lagoon Mason. I'm talking, please. Okay. If I'm on the live stream, I gotta be on the live stream. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, it came down to if I was Lagoon, I'd be wondering where exactly or how exactly Wonder Mountain did for Canada's Wonderland, and it's a cool concept, but they spent a ton of money on that for Lagoon. So I don't really. The concept's cool, but as a return on investment, that's where I'm kind of stuck at there. What park are you going to next? Right now, it's kind of the downtime for me to focus on getting videos out in preparation of January and February. Mainly January. That's like for all YouTubers, that's like the dreaded month because the revenue's really bad. It makes sense because all the advertisers spend all their money leading up to Christmas and the holidays, and then January they get their new budgets and they say, hold the brakes, we got to recoup the money we spent. So like the videos will get the views, but the revenue is like just less than half of what it normally is. So January is when I still put out videos, but not do as many videos, and I will work on stuff around the house or write scripts. February starts getting back to normal a little bit because I remember my first time doing it, 2020 into 2021, January hit, my revenue just like skyrocket or just dipped down big time. I messaged Airtime Thrills, I think it was, on Instagram. I'm like, hey, is this normal? Am I doing something wrong? He's like, no, it happens all the time. This is how it is. I'm like, oh man, it stinks. So anyways, if I go anywhere, I'm going down to Orlando, probably January, for like 2 days just to get some footage of Universal and that stuff, and then might sneak down to Busch Gardens to get an Iron Gwazi because I really need some Iron Gwazi soon because it's so my favorite. I only have like 9 rides on it. EV's Palace, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. I love the green box. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. All right. Let's see. So, what park? Carowinds, of course. That's it. We're done with Dollywood for the time being. So, probably just Universal, and then I always have something coming up that just magically appears. Matt will text me out of the blue and say, "Hey, let's go here." And I'm like, "All right, let me see if it can work out with my wife's schedule." Then we go somewhere, but we'll see. I would love to see a hypercoaster for Gerstlauer, another one, hopefully here in the States. We will see what survives the merger. What's going on, surveillance? Not Darien Lake, Frontier City, or Laurent, I don't think. The parks that Six Flags do not own. I think all parks on Cedar Fair side will be safe. I am curious to see how the Great American situation turns out, but I don't think they'll sell Michigan's Adventure because that makes money. You don't have to put much money into it. It's a well-oiled machine, but I could be wrong. We will see.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Mason says, "No, Daddy, you're not wrong." Yeah, I'm wrong a lot, but I try. Yeah, Michigan's Adventure will be getting something soon, and yeah, I can see Six Flags America, getting sold off. I don't think they'll sell. I mean, the real estate in that area would be very valuable, so it'd be a lot of money. And worst case scenario, I hate to say it, if Six Flags America would go away, and I hope it doesn't. There's still a ton of parks nearby that are within an hour or two drive, so it's not like a huge loss in a way, but I hope it doesn't. I'm sure there's so many other theme park operators out there that would pick it up or could pick it up. Do I like Prowler at Worlds of Fun? Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. How are roller coasters going to be in 20 years? I don't know, but I think it's going to be a lot more automated where you get on the train, you pull the lap bar down, and you have like an operator and you dispatch the train. People got to get smarter. I don't think that's going to happen. And you got to worry about staffing. So if any park's going to survive 20 years from now, they got to work on cutting the labor down because they're not going to be able to make any profit at all. But I think there'll be some really cool coasters in 20 years. But again, it's going to be crazy expensive. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. It's a very interesting subject, actually. You think SeaWorld will buy off some other parks? I mean, they could. We'll see. I mean, that's very possible. I would love to see SeaWorld buy Discovery Kingdom. I think that makes a lot of sense. And a couple other ones potentially. I think Frontier City would be perfect under Herschel Entertainment. It just makes too much sense in my opinion. Do I think there's a chance of a Six Flags Magic Mountain Giga? 100%. 100%. Robot operators. Heck yeah, let's do it. Are flying coasters going to make a comeback or are they dying out? I would say they're flying out. I get it now. They really aren't. Like, Vekoma's really kind of reinvented the flying coaster with FLY. So I'm a little starting to get curious now as to why we have not seen any other flying coasters from Vekoma since Fantasia opened there. So hopefully that's not a thing to worry about, and we see a new one announced in the next year or two. But they look phenomenal. I think the B&M flying coasters are dying out for sure. Will Cedar Point operations be any better with this merger? They have really fallen off quite a few years now. I hope so. The thing about Cedar Point's tough because you get staff up there. You're in Sandusky, Ohio, which is not a bustling metropolis. So I don't know. But then again, they've always been able to get a good amount of staff, and they used to be so good even 5-6 years ago. So I don't know. I hope so. I really, really do. Is there a chance for RMC Shivering Timbers? Please answer me. I mean, maybe. Does it need it? Not really. I mean, I think Michigan's Adventure would do much better with a ground-up coaster over, converting Shivering Timbers into an RMC personally. However, an RMC version of Shivering Timbers will be pretty bad. ASS. Sorry, kids here. Let's see. How much did Fly cost? I do not know. There's no even POV for the dumb ride. It makes me so mad. When do I think Timberwolf will get removed at Worlds of Fun? It will not. It's really running good. They're doing a lot of work on it. Coasters in Christ, what's going on? Hope you're well. Oh, you got your first 2 rides on Fury last night. I was there as well. It was getting a little cold, but it was fun. Long line. Do I think Holiday Road will ever add the Timberliners to Voyage? Heck no.
No way.
Cameron, thank you so much for being a Theme Park Predictions membership. Really do appreciate you. I mean that. If anyone else wants to be a member, it means the world to me. Their link, I'll put the link again. Take priority comments. There's members only videos, members only live streams, and other cool stuff. I'm all new to it, so I'm still learning. Did you ride Vortex before it closed? I've been on Vortex at Kings Island a bunch of times. Not like when they announced its closure, I wasn't in a financial situation just to up and leave to go ride it, so I did not ride it back then. No, I have a bump on my leg. What the heck is that thing? I'm all beat up. My ladder, I just bought this new ladder for Black Friday yesterday, and I'm trying to set it up, and the thing started rolling down and just busted my shin. It's like black and blue. It hurts. Better side of the racer. I don't know. I like racer both sides. I heard one of the sides is faster. I can't think of which ones, but they're both really good. What's going on, Raymond? How you doing, my friend? What's your advice? Fast lane or flash pass? It's very interesting. Fast lane, in my opinion, is the much easier and better version. Hopefully that one. Mason drew Big Bear Mountain. You drew your name. Very good. All right, you want to show it to him?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. The support's great too. Look at that. That's what we do for homeschool all the time, guys. That's Big Bear Mountain. Yeah. Is that the bear right here? Right here?
Yep. And it's an X.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
That's the tunnel.
That's the tunnel. Yep. Yeah. Is that the train?
Yes.
Dude, you're getting good at this stuff, aren't you?
Yeah.
Look at that. But you want to tell him what you want for Christmas from Santa?
No.
No? He's been bad today. He's already had timeout. His Christmas list from Santa went from like this to this real quick.
Yes, I still need to do my list.
You do. Someone said they can't see it. Here. This is his Big Bear Mountain. If anyone can see it, he drew that just now. So that's like his favorite ride. It's dark green and orange.
Yes.
You didn't add any trees. Oh wait, there's no trees around it. Good job. So, what do you guys think about the merger? What's your thoughts? What parks are going to survive? You guys let me know in the comments. Also, please give this live stream a like.
It's empty.
What hypercoaster Gerstlauer will do next, I have no idea. I mean, a lot of parks could benefit from a hypercoaster, and we have a lot of companies that can make one. So I honestly have no idea. I would love it for like that type of concept would be really cool, like a Universal park. You know, if they could build that high, just because something like Carnon, that'd be really cool at Universal. Like, get rid of Poseidon's Fury and put something like that in there. When going to Cedar Point, do you recommend staying at Breakers or one of the offsite hotels? Personally, what I've done in the past is the offsite hotels are okay, but if you have like a family and just convenience is a big priority for you, then I would recommend getting Breakers or the cabins, which are behind the water park. If you have a bunch of friends going with you, I want to be chip in. That's what we did with East Coasters and a few other of my friends. We just got a cab and we all paid $100 for 2 nights, whatever it was, or $150. It was great. You're able to grill out and stuff and walk the beach at night. But I recommend staying on property because you do. I like doing on property so you can walk the beach at night. You don't have to worry about the parking lot and driving out to the hotel. However, I just stayed at the Holiday Inn Express right there, just off the peninsula, and that was really nice. But when I go back next year for opening day, I'll probably stay at the Holiday Inn Express, and then unless I get a group of friends to go up, and then we'll do the cabin, and then we will do when I bring. My goal this year is to bring the family to do Breakers or the cabin. We'll see, and do that for 3 nights. It's just it's expensive. Like, it's crazy expensive for what it is, but you get what you pay for. Is the convenience and everything else. So we'll see. Yeah, Big Bear Mountain's legit, guys. You got to go to Dollywood or Big Bear Mountain, and Thunderhead is one of the best it's ever had. Yeah, is that right? Best it's ever had. I don't even know. I'm tired. Anyways, Thunderhead is so great, and I've been riding since 2004.
Whoa.
It's fantastic. Mr. Coaster Swag, Brandon, do you prefer Kings Dominion or Busch Gardens Williamsburg?
I just Kings Dominion. I just Kings Dominion.
I like Busch Gardens. My dad just texted me. So did you hear what happened at Universal Studios Florida? Apparently, Rip Ride Rocky got stuck at the top of the lift hill on Thanksgiving for like an hour. It's kind of cool. Anyway, my dad's not on social media. That's why I sent that now. And it's like, what do you mean what happened? And then that's like, oh, it's 2 days old. Anyways, I would prefer Busch Gardens Williamsburg just because of the theming and the rides. I really like Kings Dominion, though. But Busch Gardens Williamsburg for me. Accelerator or Twisted Colossus? That's a good question. I've never got a dueling ride on Twisted Colossus, and I've only rode Accelerator once. So I would have to say Twisted Colossus just because I have more rides on it, but we will see. I mean, I could very well see Michigan's Adventure get sold off. The only reason why I'm hesitant to say that is because it's always been a profitable park, and it's a well-oiled machine. So why sell a park when you know you don't really have to put much money into it, and it's just going to continue to bring in money? Brandon, which ride has the best opposite your home park? Usually, Fury's pretty good. Intimidator has been really good this year, actually, too. So I think between those two, for sure. Will they ever RMC Swamp Fox at Family Kingdom at Myrtle Beach? I hope not. I really like Swamp Fox. That's a great little ride and a great wooden coaster. My kid's making roller coasters in the back. Don't mind them. So I hope not. If you've ever been there, if you've never been there before, go ride it. It's really fun. It's a great park. I prefer Diamondback over Orion personally. Will the boss at Six Flags St. Louis get removed? I do not think so. I think they'll either obviously RMC it, hopefully, or maybe like Titan track it. So Beast or Magnum? Magnum all the way. I love Magnum. So my question for you is what park here in America do you think is going to get the next B&M dive coaster? It's good. That's a good one. And I have a lot of videos I'm working on too, prediction videos and non-prediction videos. But there's a lot of talk about Magic Mountain's next coaster, and I think it could be pretty large. That theater, the Great Bear Theater, whatever the heck it's called, is apparently getting removed, and that's going to be really cool. I think there'll be a lot of things to be able to do there. A lot of different types of rides. Sorry, the old bump's bothering me. Anyways, well, RIP Frontier City. I mean, it's going to get picked up by another park, but it'll be fine. Do I prefer Mystic Timbers or the Beast? Mystic Timbers.
Mystic Timbers, I do it.
Backwards Racer again with the merger. God, I hope so. That'll be great. What's going on, Lake Erie Lifestyles? Everyone go follow them for the best Top Thrill 2 coverage. Yes, even better than mine, because he gets out there all the time, and he does such great work and hard work for us all. So everyone go check out Lake Erie Lifestyles. Are you planning a group day for the page? Done this with a few sports groups. Cedar Point Rundown, we had a blast. That's a very good question. I have thought about it for sure. It's just a matter of like coordinating it and whatnot. I know I will be at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas for the Roller Coaster Rodeo event. So I'm promoting that to help the park out. I'm good friends with the park president and the director of operations there. And I had a blast last year. So I'm going to start hyping up that event. I think it's like the second weekend of June. Who all wants to come out and go to the event and have a little meet and greet there so we can, say hi and chit chat and hang out, all that type of stuff. So yeah. So what park do you think will get the next Axis coaster? That's a good question. I mean, before the merger news, I would say obviously Six Flags, but now I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Like, what if it's like a dark horse, like Dollywood gets one? Or just there's so many cool things those rides can do, but I just worry about the reliability. That's my biggest. I don't know. Six Flags New England need a dive coaster. I agree to that. They can get a dive or a launch coaster would do fantastic for them.
Launch coaster.
Good evening from Cleveland. Is there a lake effect snow up there yet? The next wing coaster. That's a good question. That's a tough question. Obviously, King's Dominion has all the rumors going around as 2025's project, and I can see that being a very solid ride for the park, and it makes a lot of sense. So I would have to say there. I could also see like Silver Dollar City. The Wild Eagle's done really well for Dollywood. Maybe Silver Dollar City wants to replicate that. I prefer a hyper coaster over that for the Silver Dollar City, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's what Magic Mountain's going to go. They have X. That doesn't make any sense. Never mind. Ignore me. What is your favorite Cedar Fair Park president? Not Carowinds. That's my favorite. I really miss Pat Jones. She was the old Carowinds president. She was fantastic. Obviously, Kings Island's president, Chad, right? Showalter, whatever his name is. He's really, really good. Cedar Points, she's good as well. Valley Fair, I'm sorry, Dorney Park, Jessica Naderman, she's legit. I mean, she's been around the industry a very long time, and she knows her stuff. And she's a Bengals fan, so got to give her props for that. Six Flags or Cedar Fair? What is your opinion on the merger? I prefer Cedar Fair over Six Flags, and I'm very happy that Cedar Fair owns 40, or not owns, but Cedar Fair has 51% over the 49. Have I seen what's going on at Canada's Wonderland? Things are getting quite interesting up there. And quick shout out to Music Insiders. Yeah, he does a lot of great videos too. I need to check that out because I need to maybe make a video on it. But that park definitely is due for a new coaster, so we'll see. The next hyper in Europe. Europe's interesting. They have a lot of different height restrictions, of course. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. There's a lot of parks over there. Like I would love for Toverland to get a hyper, Gardaland if they're able to. Even oh gosh, what's the name? Mirabilandia. Like again, I just don't know the height restrictions. You know, in the perfect world, every park, but it's just not going to be the. It's not going to happen. Is it worth going to King's Dominion? If so, what ride is the best? Yes, King's Dominion's a great park, and I would say both Twisted Timbers and 305s is like the best because I love both. You have Dominator, Grizzly, Backlot. I was almost said Rebel Yell, Racer 75, Apple's Apple, and Reptilian making out, and plus Flight of Fear. He loves Reptilian. So there's a lot of good rides there. Definitely worth it. Reptilian. Right? Yes. All right. Coaster Scorpion, Brandon, I have a serious question. If you had to remodel a section of a park to your liking, what would you remodel it to? 6 to 10 suffice the theme to music. Good question. I think I would remodel Carowinds front area to like the coast more, like what Carolina is known for is like Flight and the Outer Banks, and maybe add some fountains, get the whole water feel, and just get rid of some of the blacktop, make it a better overall look and feel. Good question. That's a tough one. Thank you very much, Lake Erie Lifestyles. Luckily for me, there's not many other prediction channels out there. Mystic Timbers or Prowler? I'll go Mystic. Kings Island and Miami Valley Railroad or Worlds of Fun Railroad. It's been years since I've been on Worlds of Fun's Railroad, so I would have to say Kings Islands. But if we're talking like Cedar Points Railroad and Kings Islands, I would say Cedar Points, just for those views of Maverick and Millennium.
Millennium Forest.
What's the best theme park food you've ever eaten? That's tough. I mean, it's like non-sit-down restaurant. Not Carowinds. Don't listen to that kid. Non-sit-down, like full service, like Mythos is great at Universal, and some stuff at Epcot's really good. I would have to say it's hard to go wrong with Knoebels. It's hard to go wrong with the bowls at Silver Dollar City. And like Aunt Granny's at Dollywood, it's pretty legit. And the buffets at Silver Dollar City. I also really liked Cedar Point's food because the pavilion, they had that. I had it with CP Coaster Lover. We had that steak up there and the French fries. That was good. Whatever that was, the prime rib or something like that. It was really good. What will replace in Vertigo at Kings Island? There's a lot of different things. We could see a B&M surf coaster. We could see a B&M dive coaster. We could have a Mock Extreme spinner. We could have no coaster at all. But I definitely think Kings Island, that front half of Kings Island needs to get something. Let's see here. Let's keep on asking some questions, please. Going on Eric's Corner. Type of ride coming to King's Dominion 2025. I would say at this point, from what we know of the B&M Wing Coaster, I think those renderings that were leaked are pretty legit looking, and I think it's pretty safe to assume that it sounds like it could be coming, which is good. And as long as it's not the layout that was shown before. Like 3 years ago, they had a smaller B&M wing coaster layout, and it looked okay, but just like I think King's Dominion needs another coaster that can resemble a top 3 or become the best coaster in the park for the GP. And a mediocre wing coaster like X Flight at Great America. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. I just don't know if it's going to really make sense. And hold on, please. Mason, did I say hold on? I said hold on. What happened last stream is not going to happen again. If I'm talking, I'm talking. Thank you. So I definitely feel like we could be getting hopefully a bigger wing coaster that has more inversions. That's going to be able to be just a better staple attraction. Now, what do you want, Mason? What's up?
Look at this car.
I like that car. You want to show them? Look, he did it. Look, he has their hands up and everything. Roller coaster designer here. What do you think Hershey Park will get? Do you think Hershey Park will get a dive coaster or a stand-up coaster? I think a dive makes a ton of sense for Hershey, or even a wing coaster. I think that they definitely benefit from a reliable, high-capacity coaster next. Any chances Gold Striker gets relocated when CGA closes permanently? Cheers to Carowinds. Hopefully Carowinds. With the merger, will Cedar Fair work with RMC again? And if so, which park would get it? There's so many. Now that we're talking the merger, so I still think like Six Flags America, Six Flags St. Louis, Boston Roar really need it the most. As far as Cedar Fair parks, I mean, Hurler at Carowinds, but I don't think they will. And a few other parks could potentially get it. Yes.
I'm going to take down my theme park.
Your theme park where?
The Lego.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, have fun.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to build something.
Do not make a mess, though.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for the super chat. Eat Soup 1. Appreciate it. Put this towards getting up to Canada's Wonderland. Yes, I need to get a passport. So I'm not being truthful. I don't have a passport. So I definitely want to do that. And then I plan my trips around. I was supposed to go to California next year. But then with Fast and Furious opening in 2025, it's like, why spend the money? Like, I love living in Charlotte, but flights are crazy expensive, like $600, $700. Like, why spend that money if I'm just going to go back there next year to ride this new Intamin coaster? And Intamin being my number one manufacturer, like, I got to go ride it. So I'm going to wait for Cali. I was talking to my friend Matt, who's been on the channel a bunch, about what type of trips we're doing and getting ideas. And I don't really have a whole next year with the potential recession coming up. We're going to kind of take it a little easier. So definitely Canada's Wonderland will be a 2025, I'm thinking, because that's hopefully the year they get a new coaster. Let's see here. Do you still think Steel Curtain will last? I don't know about that. It's interesting. Like, that ride's just it's a cool ride, but it just seems like it's down all the time. What is your favorite Intamin Blitz? Velocicoaster, Pantheon? I've never been on Batman Gotham City Escape, so I'll have to say Velocicoaster because I love it. Maverick's really good too. I need to get out to Worlds of Fun too to ride Zambezi Zinger. What's your most rides record? What is your record for most rides on Fury 325 minus 17 in 2 hours? I think I did like 12 in like an hour maybe back in the spring, I think it was, without really getting off the train. We had to get off real fast and loop around. But I don't really keep track of like how many times I ride it. I probably have about 1,000 rides altogether on it, and most of that has been this past year and last half of last year with the fast lane. But I would say about 12 or so. Yeah, Dragon Con looks cool to Port Aventura. Am I coming up to New England sometime next year? Yeah, my wife's mom lives up there. so it's easy to get up to it. So I'll bring Mason out to the park for a couple hours, and I'll typically go back the next day or day after to get some rides for me with my friends. 'Cause I like Superman, but God, the operation process on that's ridiculous, and the trains are so rattly. Wicked Cyclone's really good, but after that, it's like I need to ride Thunderbolt. I've not ridden Thunderbolt at New England in years. I keep on like saying that line's so long. I need to come to the UK. Yes, my very good friend of mine runs the attraction source page, and he's been bugging me to get up there. So I definitely need to come up there for sure because I'll tell you what, Hyperia, that's my type of ride. I don't care if it's short. That ride looks wild and wicked and insane. I mean, that thing just it's gonna be short and it's gonna feel like an Orion for me. Like, oh, it just gets over too soon. But man, that layout looks crazy. Which part do you think this next future RMC Raptor for the United States is going? I don't know. That's interesting because there's so many parks. A park that I think would be really cool for it would be like Adventureland in Iowa. Um, I don't know if it's going to be a major park just because of the way they're wording it. I feel like it's going to be some random out of the blue park, but also like Fun Spot Orlando could very well be the park. Maybe Lake Compounds. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Holiday World and Indiana Beach too. I think Matt and I were talking about. I'm gonna do the big trip's gonna be Texas again for Roller Coaster Rodeo, and then come down to start off maybe at like Silver Dollar City, do Worlds of Fun, Silver Dollar City, Frontier City, Six Flags Over Texas, then Fiesta, and then the next trip would be like starting off at like St. Louis. Yeah, I guess well Kentucky Kingdom, Holiday World, Michigan's Adventure, and then Indiana Beach too. I've not been to Indiana Beach in about 15 years, and I've never been to Michigan's Adventure, so I'm excited for those. We finally started construction on the Valley Fair plot for Dino's Thoughts. We'll see. I definitely think 2025 is your year, so I think it's a very good sign for sure. Let's see here. Next water park edition for King's Dominion, a pro side tornado. I would love to see Cedar Fair start working with Pro Slide and Whitewater for water coasters because all these little parks are getting water coasters and they're just so beautiful. I just don't understand why Cedar Fair just doesn't want to pull the trigger on it. It just mind boggles. It's just crazy to me. So we'll see. I've never been to Lake Winnie near Chattanooga. I would really like to go to for sure. Best B&M in Ohio, Diamondback. Will I be going to Dorney Park? Will I be going to Dorney Park in 2024? 100%, bro. You know that. Iron Menace looks great. And Ryan, the PR guy up there, is fantastic. And Jessica, their park president's a good friend of mine, so for sure. When do we think that we can see the next Mock Extreme Spinner? Hopefully very soon. Hopefully something gets announced in the next year. Would you think it would be more Would you think it would be more investment in Six Flags, smaller parks like St. Louis? I don't really understand the question, but I think St. Louis will get better investments going forward for sure. So I think that's a positive, and I like what they're getting next year. And I can see the last couple of years, it seems like they've been getting more investments. You've had the crazy Catwoman thrill ride, then the Vekoma rookie racer coaster, and now the Zamperla, the Discovery. So overall, I'm impressed with what they're doing in St. Louis. Hoping to coming to America soon. Yeah, you better come. Which parks would you recommend? I mean, obviously, if you've never been here, you got to go to like Cedar Point, Kings Island, plan your trip around that, or Florida. Both, you can't go wrong with both. If you do both in one trip, do both. When do I think Hollywood Drift will open? 2025. I would love to see I would love to see more rides like I would love to see Kings Island do something with the Tomb Raider building. It's about time they need to. There's a lot of cool things they could do. A flying theater if there's room, even a dark ride if there's room, or just tear it down. Like it's ugly. How much was Ride to Happiness? It's a very good question. I do not know, but if I had to guess, I would say I think Silver Dollar City spent 20 some 22 on Time Traveler. So, and that was probably a lot of money due to the location the Time Traveler was in. So I would say probably about 18 to 22 if I had to guess. All right, everyone give this video a like, please. That'll mean a lot to me. Please give it a like. Hope everyone's Saturday is going well. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? And who all ate too much? Anyone? Because I ate way too much. Yeah, I think Iron Menace is going to be a sleeper hit next year. It's a little short for my liking, but let me just drop then foreign versions. But I think it's going to do really well for Dorney Park, and that park's already really, really good to begin with. Smoking Cycles, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hopefully Santa's good for you. Thoughts on Penguins Trek? SeaWorld. I love the SeaWorld parks. I really think it's a good move. It looks like a great coaster. Um, I don't know. I'm just starting to miss like the old Busch Garden Anheuser-Busch days. Like, we'll see. The ride looks good. I'm just SeaWorld needs to get all their ducks in order still, and it's just like I just don't get it. The operations are typically horrible. The parks are really nice looking. Food quality's good. Uh, it's just they have some internal issues that they need to get stronger at. Yeah, Talon is underrated. Talon's really good. Calvin, that sounds like a great trip. Quiz time. What is the tallest roller coaster in the world? A. Falcon's Flight. B. Kingda Ka. C. Top Thrill Dragster. D. Red Force. I'm gonna go. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm gonna go E. Top Thrill 2. Now it's obviously Kingda Ka 456. What other questions we have? We have about 10 more minutes, so shoot your questions. And thank you all for being members tonight. I really do appreciate it. We'll have members only live streams, and I already did a members only video. I'll do a few of those a month and a bunch of other cool little things. For sure, I greatly appreciate that. Will the fountain ever come back to Mindbender at Six Flags Over Georgia? What fountain are you talking about? The fountain in front of the ride, or refresh my memory? I don't ride it all the time. What would you like to see happen to the parachute at Great Adventure? I think they'll just tear it down and replace it with a different ride, unfortunately. Do you think Velocicoaster will overtake Fury 325 as the best steel coaster in the Golden Ticket Awards? I mean, maybe. I just I don't really buy into those awards, honestly. So I think a lot of it is you scratch my back, I scratch your back, or how much money you want to pay for this type of thing. So I've never really thought too much of those awards. Who will be the first park to get an RMC Wild Moose? Very good question. I know for a fact that I have people that know people and know other people, and RMC's booth was buzzing about that wild moose. So there's a lot of parks interested in that. So I definitely could see by 2025, we will see a RMC wild moose pop up at a park somewhere in the world. So will they replace the wild mouse? That's the question. Like a park's wild mouse, for example, or they just get a whole new wild moose. I don't know, but I could definitely see some smaller parks get it, or maybe something like even like Silver Dollar City or Dollywood. I mean, they've already worked with RMC in the past. There's a lot of cool options. If you somehow managed to own Carowinds, what would you do with it? I would fire the park president. I would get rid of the seatbelts. I would make sure guests can pull down the lap bars on Theory and Intimidator as soon as you get in the seats. That's on the first hour. Second hour, I would promote people that I know in the park that actually care. And I would also make sure that we are staffing better. And then long term, I would make sure that we are improving our food quality, improving the special events, opening year round, and actually trying to be open year round. And make sure all the rides are open, make sure the guests are not having to have a bad experience before they even get into the park. And for new rides aspect, I would do a new water ride and a water coaster, or I would do a new water ride mixed in with a new coaster over where Rip Roaring Rapids used to be. They'd be like a small family GCI wooden coaster intertwining with the mock water ride or something, or a Zamperla log flume or something. And then I would look at adding a new coaster, maybe a single rail or a dive coaster in the center of the park. I would rip out Nighthawk and Vortex, say peace out, you're done, and put a new coaster there. Top Thrill 2 is definitely more intriguing now that there's no seatbelts. I'm 100% on board with that. Love it. How do I feel about Carowinds and Six Flags Over Georgia being sisters? It is pretty wild and crazy, actually. That's good. Smoking Cycles, the Wild Moose going to Silverwood. I can see that. That's a good idea. Sorry, I'm tired. I've had a long day. We did Christmas lights and worked on the video today. I don't know what else I did today. I went and got lunch. How would I devise the perfect coaster lineup? I mean, for me, I would have, let's say, 10 coasters. I would have a Giga, a Hyper, RMC Hybrid, a Mach Extreme Spinner, a good indoor coaster, a family boomerang, something like Big Bear Mountain, a Dragon Flyer, Vekoma Family SLC, and then I would have like an intimate Blitz coaster and then a small other kid coaster. Or no, I'd do like a solid GCI coaster. Abigail, you're on your own personal account. Yeah, y'all need to come back down to Carowinds. Yes, I am working on a video for Busch Gardens Williamsburg new coaster because of all the news that way. It's very interesting for sure. Yeah, I'll come back to New England. I'm not riding Wicked Cycling with you, Sarah, because I still can't hear out of this ear. I'm sorry, it was this ear when we rode together. I'm just joking. What's going on? Jackson created. What type of coaster should you build? Build the world's best coaster. I don't know. Build a Intamin Blitz coaster. Yeah, but the Falcon's Flight is not open yet, so that's why. The tallest roller coaster in the world is still Kingda Ka. Because two things. One, Falcon's Flight's not even built 100% built yet. And two, it's not even open yet. Who knows if it'll open? I'm sure it'll open, but who knows how long it's going to stay in operation. All right, 3 more minutes, guys. Fill your questions up. Thank you guys for joining me. I know it's been a Saturday night trying to find the best time to do live streams. whether it's Saturday nights, Sunday nights. I still like to have my time with my wife and kids, so it's a little bit more difficult to do it consistently. I heard Top Thrill Dragster originally had a different layout. Is that true? I don't know. I mean, not I've never heard that before. I mean, I'm sure every the planning stages of all these rides, things are always different. So I'm sure there was a different layout. Will the bat at Kings Island be removed in the next 20 years? I think it's a very safe bet. If you said 5 years, I would say no. 10 years, possibly. Do you think SeaWorld San Diego will get a surf coaster? I think that's a very, very good, observation, and I think it's a very good chance. Yeah, I think Ninja at Magic Mountain could close before the bat. Thank you, Abigail. You as well. Next coaster removed at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and Kings Dominion. Williamsburg, do they even really have any coasters that could get removed? Because Nessie was the only one, and then they're obviously spent a lot of money on it now, redoing it. So I don't think there any coaster at Williamsburg will get removed over the next 10 to 15 years. Kings Dominion, I would have to say Anaconda. Will we ever see SNX? Will we ever see SNS resurrect the Aero Pipeline model? Hope to God, no. God, that would be horrible. Cool concept, but if they can perfect it. But man, from what we know of that model, absolutely not. Yeah, Coast Cedar Flags does a lot of good videos. He's doing really good. Would Copperhead Strike with the Extreme Spinner trains be the best ride in the world? I wouldn't say the best ride in the world. I don't even know if it would be the best ride at Carowinds with the Extreme Spinners. I like Copperhead, but that layout, in my opinion, wouldn't make it better than Fury. Now, if it had a better layout, like Ride to Happiness does, then maybe. If I ever go to Fantasia Land, I would like to meet you there and have a burger and a beer together. 100% down. For a couple years. I thought about doing overseas sooner than later, but then my son just got really into this stuff big time, which is great. So now it's like I kind of want to wait for him to go and to do the parks and stuff, but hopefully 26. We'll see. 2025 will hopefully be UK, and then 2026 will be somewhere in Europe. All depends. It's a lot of money we're talking, so we'll see. Could we see the GCI's Titan track become the next big thing in the coaster industry? Potentially. I would like to see a whole entire coaster Titan track and see how that is first, but we'll see. Yeah, Anaconda sucks. And yeah, so I definitely need to go to Fantasia Land. I would say that's probably my if I had to pick only one park to go over there, it would probably be Energylandia and then Fantasia Land. Is that how I pronounce it? I would have to say, just because, like, I don't know, the theming. I love themed coasters, but I also just like a good, solid coaster. And between the Vekoma, Abyssus, and then Zadra and Hyperion, like, I can see myself just lapping those all day long. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Please give this video a like real fast. Let's give it to 50 likes. Please give it a like. That'll be a huge thing for me. Thank you guys so much for everything. I really do appreciate it. Magic Springs. I've never been a Magic Springs coaster guy, unfortunately, so I'd like to do it. But everyone, you guys, thank you so much. Hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. And we'll do another live before Christmas probably. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much for all the support. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.